Hi everybody, so today I just wanted to do a basic video over how to trim side cut bangs at home. And it's just a basic technique. It's a technique I used when I was working in the salon. It's really easy. So all you're going to need to get started is a plastic sack, like a Walmart sack, grocery store sack, anything just to catch the hair. Then you're going to need a water bottle, or you can wet your bangs at the sink, don't matter. You're going to need scissors. And these don't have to be anything special. You can use scissors that you have at home just as long as they're sharp. That's all you need are sharp scissors. You don't have to go out and buy new scissors to do this with. You need either a clip like this one or a rubber band. That's just to hold your hair back. And you also need a comb. So to get started, what you're going to do first is kind of take your hair and put it behind your ears. So that way you can start figuring out where your bangs are actually at. So you can start combing them down. Just like that, and sort out all your bangs. Now the idea is that you want to keep your bangs between your eyebrows and have them end at the end of your eyebrows. So you're going to use that as a guide. So that kind of makes it a little bit easier. You're going to comb them all straight down. I'll start combing this back. Here we go. Put them over there. Now you're going to pull your hair back. If you want to use a rubber band or just a clip, all you have to do is just clip back this part. You don't have to mess with the back. I'll get that clipped out of the way. Okay. Finish getting out what you need. Then you can pin it back if you need to, if you get too much out. And if you've already had your bangs cut, you should pretty much know what goes forward and what needs cut and what doesn't. Comb them out. Okay, I'm going to spray mine down. Just get them wet. And you can cut these dry too. You don't have to get them wet. The only reason why I like to cut them wet is because I feel like the hair doesn't fly everywhere when you cut it, and it doesn't make near as big of a mess. And I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the camera the whole time, because it's kind of hard to do when you're trying to look at the camera too. So get them good and wet. Alright, now to start, there we go. Okay, I've got mine parted out at the back of my hair, and I've just mine are kind of in a U shape at the top, I guess you would call it. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to figure out what length you want. And if you're cutting these wet, you want to make sure that you cut them a little bit long, because they will, when they dry, they're going to shrink up. So you want to make sure you cut them a little bit long. And when I cut mine to the tip of my nose, which they're kind of long right now, and I was wanting to trim them. That's why I decided to do this video today. So you're going to want to trim them, and trim them to I'm going to trim mine to my nose. And after I get them trimmed, they're going to be right above my nose when they dry. So, to begin with, you see between your eyebrows, you're going to take that piece. That's kind of going to give you your guide to get the middle, because that's where you're going to start. So you're going to want the very middle of it. So just comb them down and get the middle. Then you're going to take this, and if you get too much hair, just pull it down. It's okay. You're just going to want the middle, and this is going to be your guide to start with. I'm going to wet mine down just a little more because they're kind of still kind of dry. Okay, I think that's a little better. Alright, so you're going to pull these up. Let me try to adjust the camera so you can see what I'm doing here, and then I'll move it back down. Okay. So we're going to take it and you're going to comb it straight up, and you're going to move your fingers, if you're just taking off a little bit, and then kind of pull it down to your nose and see, kind of like this. I'll show you. So you had your hair pulled straight up, and then you pull it back down and check it, and then pull it up, and then that's when you can cut it. So let's see here. If this will adjuster. I'll try to scoop down just a little bit. Okay, so you're going to pull this up and then just trim this off that's above your fingers. And that's going to give you the guide to cut the rest of your bangs. I'm going to snip this off. Try to do it where you can see it on camera. Just cut that off. You pull that back down and you measure it. And mine's right at the tip of my nose. Let me try it up, you can see now. So mine is to my nose. The very middle of it is. Now you're going to use what you just cut, that little piece, as your guide to cut the rest of your hair. So you're going to take that. You can take a little piece if you need to, or a bigger piece, however you want to get your guide. When you pull your bangs up, you're going to see that these other hairs are longer than it, and you want to pull everything to the middle to cut it. You want to pull it like this. Pull it to the middle. Let's try to see if I can get this on here. And then you're going to slide your fingers out. And when you cut that short piece, you ought to see, because like all this needs to come off. So you're just going to trim them and trim that off. Hold it up and then bring it down so you can see it, and then just trim that off. Trim that off, and it should, this all should match when you pull it straight up. And if it doesn't, you just trim it to where it needs to be. Mine was still a little bit long, so I need to trim a little bit more off. Okay, and do the side. When you do the sides, you just pull it to the middle, make it match, and then you're gonna trim that. See, I've just got a little piece that needs to come off the edge. So you're gonna cut that off. Like that. I hope I'm getting this on camera. Then you're gonna do the other side the exact same way. You're gonna comb everything to the middle and pull it up. Just like this. And then pull it straight up. And try to bend down. And then you'll see that you just have a little tiny piece on that side. So when you have that little piece, you're just going to trim that off. There you go. Okay, and then you pull them down. They're going to kind of have a slight U shape to them. They're going to be shorter here, and they're going to go longer towards the outside. And that's what's going to give them the side swept effect. So when you sweep them over to the side, they lay side swept. So there you go. So I hope this video helped. And if you have any questions or anything, just leave them in the comment box below. And if you'd also like a video on just how to trim them straight across, leave a comment below and let me know. And I'll try to get that one done too. But I hope this helped, and thank you for watching. Bye.